welcome to In the Stiffs podcast.
Welcome to In the Stiffs.
Get out of the way, lad. Let the professionals in here. There's a little mini Easton Cowan and Edwards there, the future of the podcast. Right, welcome. We are here on location at Shrewsbury Town ground for the last game of the season. Shrewsbury Town v Wigan. You excited, boys?
Are we in the change room now? Does he need us there? Or?
I've just seen Cotler on the way past. He said, "Are you fit?" I said, "It's last 10 maximum for me, I think, is this."
Yeah, I didn't get on the bench.
You know? it just feels like what it used to feel like when I turned up like that and find out I'm not selected. It just feels like what used to happen when I come here.
Kit man used to love me. Don't need to wash my kit.
He told me I was finished last season, so I ain't got a chance coming in, mate.
I used to come in and they'd look for my shirt, and there'd be like 18 shirts hanging up, and Easton wouldn't be there. And I'd just go, "Can I just get myself in the bar then?"
Love it.
Right, let's go anyway.
Right. Have a good day.
Come on, we'll go.
Go.
Girl. What are the little ones? Jamie Tolly might be coming. Let's find out if he's here. Well, there he is.
Give his number away.
He won't answer. There's a number. Yeah.
Beauty on the end, the away shirt. My brother had the home shirt, which I wanted, but he had first choice because he's older. That was my first ever Shrewsbury shirt. Absolute diamond of a kit. A Tolly classic with Dave Cook's signature on it.
Here he is.
Fine chip. Oh, he cooked me as well. Good.
So you got to turn all of them round. He's already
So never mind all the players who've played. This is the assistant manager at the time.
That one was a season before he joined as well. He's got
when he left and it's about 2 of the players. Hugo. Soon he's got the new kit, it's going to Easton, and they'll be like, is that Hugo Easton? Yeah, who else would it be? Is that Mason? Who's that? Maybe Hector. Maybe Hector is. Did you not say his dad? Did you not know his dad plays? I don't know.
But he said didn't get to the stage where I get to the stage where he's going, are you Easton's dad?
Especially now.
Again. So how do you think the season's gone so far, mate?
It's been a tough season, but you know, I'm looking forward to today being over and done with, and then looking forward to next season then.
So draw line under this season. Guess a couple of new players needed.
I think so. I think we probably need about 5 or 6, but it all depends on contracts and who goes. But I think we've got a nucleus of a good side there. But
this season could be a good base, couldn't it, to go on catapult into next season?
Yeah, definitely. I think the evidence has shown in the second half of the season. The players we brought in January, like Flanagan, have been excellent. If we can get that calibre of player, more of it, then I think we could be a top half team. But we didn't do enough of it, and I think the depth of the squad has shown. It's been a real struggle at times, but there's definitely something there if we get it right this summer to really push us on.
So basically, Shrewsbury Town, get your hand in your pocket.
Not my words.
Not my words. Funny, we win a Chairman now.
Look at this beauty as well, picked up today.
Picked up today, yeah.
That's when you played, Sam, wasn't it?
That was the season after I left, that, mate. That was the season after
Easton on the back here.
Easton 24 on the back. That was when it was just 1 to 11 as well.
Yeah, good. Just saying, brilliant atmosphere.
Oh, it's good, isn't it? Yeah,
I think the playlist is the thing that makes it for me.
Oh, cheers, yeah. I mean, I try and play things I like anyway. Just have to be else likes them.
Well, if you don't like this sort of music, I don't want to be drinking with you anyway. So.
Well, exactly, yeah.
I see it's packed in there. It's create a great atmosphere.
Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, yeah, just songs that get people up for it.
Yeah.
Get the atmosphere ready going for the game as well.
I think if you can't get this ska music, you're not getting people up for it then.
Well, exactly. You play this, you play things like Manchester Indies sort of stuff, you know. Can't go wrong with it.
And it's good to see both sets of supporters mixing and having a drink together and debating about who's going to win the game in the season.
Exactly. I mean, obviously the Wigan fans here today are in a good frame of mind anyway, and I'm sure they will be. But yeah, to be fair, we've had in trouble for a couple of years with Wigan fans over here as well. So
it is a worry, isn't it? If you get 2 sets of supporters, there's always one, isn't there, that can cause a problem. But I think, like you say, for the most part, people understand it's a community environment and what it's doing is loving it. When we come and watch the games now, it's the first we say we'll meet you in the fan zone. So yeah, thanks for everything that you do, mate. Brilliant.
Oh, enjoy it. Nice.
Brilliant, I'll go back to the dance floor.
Go on then.
Good to see you, mate.
See you, nice one.
I'm a believer. Not a trace. Down in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I could leave her if I tried.
Someone's looking for some Shrewsbury Town legends. I don't know if you've seen any.
There's two there,
We'll see you next week anyway.
Are you going to come down? Brilliant.
Are you coming?
Yeah.
Had a chat with him now the other day. Let's get me little boy in. This is Hector, my youngest. Yeah, look. I know, shy. Don't pretend he's a little shot.
It's just like his dad.
We've got another low couple, but these are the better ones.
What boxing true, isn't it?
We've got that few, mate. We'll have a meal.
Yeah, nice. I'm looking forward to it.
In a church. Hey, mate, you alright? In a church. Yeah, I just checked on this.
Wicks has assured us that there's alcohol being.
Well, if there's not, it's going to be a riot.
Yeah.
I only work around the corner, so I've literally got the
Ah, brilliant, mate.
Well, mate, we'll see you. Nice to see you. Yeah, we'll see you soon. Cheers.
See ya.
Thank you. Cheers.
Boys, please. Boys.
When his granddad died, he gave him a shirt and something.
Bless him. Yeah, very good keeper.
Oh, class that. Right, cut that bit if I don't know, mate. That's embarrassing.
I've restarted. I've
I've lost those 50 followers there. Just off the back of not knowing Steve Arnold is. Oh well.
So is this an official?
Well, no, we just come. Yeah, we're sort of. Yeah. Some around. We're going to try and have a wander around and that.
How are you?
Oh, hello, Ian.
Hello.
Right.
He's always filming everything. Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I woke up this morning.
that's the thing. Enjoying the podcast, by the way.
Mate, brilliant.
Keep it up.
Well, listen, now you've retired, obviously Dave's nearly retired. Glass of wine there, definitely, and I'll jump into that. So we've got to go for a bit of lunch sometime, isn't it? We'll do that, celebrate your retirement.
He wants to Whitfield.
He's got all the podcast, there he is. Where's mine up yet?
There's another floor to go yet.
Oh, here we go.
Let's have a look at this one. Come and get this one.
Everyone from Indus is on up here, isn't they?
Look at that.
I mentioned this to you, lads. I mentioned this to you.
I don't know what it is.
As if I mentioned it.
You've not seen this one?
Just for the viewers and the listeners of the podcast, I don't know if anybody knows, Dave played in that Wales game against England. Did have storage running off him.
I told you, Jack, about
Are you ready, lads? With you reminds me of coming in here about a 2-week fine.
Is he recording?
That's alright,
No, I can't. No, not what I was going to say about you. When we got you from Sunderland, when you had hair,
Yeah.
It's like I used to come in and have a bit of sit down and be like, got no alternative, Sam, have I? It's 2 weeks fine, is it?
have we got some glasses?
Yes, of course.
Would you like a glass of wine, girls?
Yeah.
Oh, I love one.
Excuse me, how many of us are there?
Game's kicked off. Missed kick-off because we were the chairman. Best wine I've ever had in my life.
It wasn't my best wine, but I've obviously had a different lifestyle than he used to.
Sam wouldn't know his arse with his elbow when it comes to wine.
Actually, it was McLean playing
I have
left.
taken one of the glasses, because I think one of the glasses is about 10 grand on its own. So I'll swipe one of them. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
But nice.
McLean's playing.
James McLean, he's older than me, he is. James McLean, how is he playing? I'm coming on second half. Just a quick one. Like, I mean, I think Steve Coulter's done a pretty good job overall, but just a little bit of feedback from him, from myself, is he needs to do something about his rig out for the match. Let's have a little look at that. Steve Cottle's outfit for the game today?
Yeah, to be fair, we've just come from doing green bowls, innit? So
From green bowls.
You've either been at golf or green bowls.
Wigan manager looks amazing, doesn't he?
Wigan manager looks unbelievable.
I actually fancy the Wigan manager a little bit.
It's not often you see a collar like that, though, is it? In modern day football, is it? That's Steve Cottle's got, is it? Not often. I mean, that's a good.
He's like a cross between Federer, John Travolta, and Mr. Bean.
Yeah, that's a good 8-inch collar all the way around. Isn't it?
He's got his money out of that, innit?
Anyway, I hope he comes on after to say hello.
Anyway, Steve, hopefully we catch you after, Steve, for some kind words. That'd be nice. There's a little mini in the stiff there. Jack, Hugo, Wilson. Say hello to the thing there.
They haven't stopped eating sweets since they got here.
On their 14th bag of sweets, boys, yeah?
They're absolutely buzzing.
High as kite.
£2 in the vending machine and got 3 bags out of them, stop going on about it.
Jade to own 16 bags of Haribo, that'd be alright, won't it? Don't tell your mum, it's alright. None of the mums watch us anyway, so it'll be alright. There, Brian Jensen, the beast, legend, Danish legend. Do we have any caps with them all though?
He probably would have done it if it wasn't for the Schmeichels, I reckon.
If it wasn't for the Schmeichels, he'd have had loads of caps, but Schmeichels dominated that period, didn't they?
And Sorensen played once or twice.
Thomas Sorensen, I think he couldn't get in, but he could have it. He only managed to squeeze in 101 caps. Obviously, normally I come to the game with a couple of my mates, don't I, and have a couple of beers. See, Gav's coming today. He's an ex-coach and everything. So all I'm hearing about is flipping mid-phase, like absolutely doing me head in. I might have to go for a beer early before half time. Flipping. Anyway, thanks. I don't know what it is with these modern managers. Like back in the day, you'd wear a suit or you'd wear a trackie. Like nowadays, like, I think it's because of do with Pep. Everybody's trying to look smart. So Cotterill today has gone for a pair of pumps, some blue chinos. He's gone for a white school shirt, and like in a blue jumper. He must be absolutely roasting. Just stick a trackie on, Steve. That'd be my advice. If you listen to the podcast, Steve, next season, just go trackie in the winter. Stick a suit on with the coat. I love to see the benches kicking off like that. Brilliant to see. Everyone fighting on the tunnel there. Brilliant. We should have edited it.
Gutted with that, just because the other results are going against Wigan, and this made this game a lot more important. To get a goal in half time. It's killed Shrewsbury. It's a mistake. Poor old George Lewis, who's done well today. He taps at the front post. Means the ball is the post. Deflection, unlucky from Shrewsbury. There's been nothing really in the games. It's a bit of a surprise, but as a spectacle, it's good for the Wigan fans. They got something to shout about now.
Still in the game though, very much so, aren't we? Right, here we go then. What am I pulling out of this? Is this for to come to our event next Friday? Right, this is to come to our event next Friday, and we'll buy you a beer while you're there. This number at the bottom. 192883. Anyone? 192883.
Wigan penalty, dodgy handball, Wilkie to take. And he's scored.
Game abandoned.
Referee is having one. shame we're just getting on top as well. Bit of a shame, but it's good for the Wigan fans. Also want to see Shawnee Wally now. Get Shawnee Wally on. Could be his last game. Super Shawnee Wally finally on. How long left? 5 minutes ago, a little bit late. Loving the score. This is going to be his last game. Unless like something mad happens, but look, fans behind the goal absolutely love him. Be amazed if he could finish off his last game. Proper servants of the football. If he can get a goal, amazing.
Great send off for the lad. He deserves it. 7 years being there.
He got on the rebound in this free kick now. He should be taking it.
Thoughts? Yeah, obviously tough game today. Wigan were far superior, excellent team, totally deserved to be promoted. So I think it's a season now. Take a lot of pluses out of it for Shrewsbury, but draw a line under it and build for next season now.
Quick summary of the game here. Obviously Wigan have won 3-0. The fans are still here. That's about half an hour after the game. Disappointing from a Shrewsbury point. Is that an hour after the game? An hour after the game. Alright, it's a good day in the end, lads. Are we happy with it? Yeah. Vote so. Look who we've got. Celebrity guest there.
The legend that is Andy Cook.
Andy Cook, Shrewsbury Town legend.
Absolute legend.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Come on, Dave.
I just
talk about those goals at empty guns.
Come on. Can we just get Cookie's thoughts on the second half, please? Unfortunately, Cookie didn't make the second half because he was having a couple of beers. But
yeah, but edit that. From my perspective, I think a lot of people have been critical of the performance today with Shrewsbury, but we played against a really, really good Wigan side. They've obviously won the league. I think you've got to put it into perspective. It was their day today. Shrewsbury players had a right go, but unfortunately just wasn't good enough against the team that have, you know, obviously deserved to go up. So credit to them. They obviously see behind us as well. You know, brilliant celebrations. We're still celebrating having Andy Cook.
And look, and there's our boys on the pitch.
They literally are on the pitch.
Do that, Wits. There's our boys on the pitch.
Oh, they've got off now. They've got off.
Doing the floss. They are doing the floss on the pitch.
Cookie, what do you think for next season?
Well,
Shrewsbury, what we're going to do?
I've seen a bit of Shrewsbury this year, obviously, and I think actually next season, if they can keep the right players, Fauna is a massive one because I think he's created a lot of interest now.
Yeah.
If they can keep him, it all depends on the Forest scenario and whether they go up or whatever. And I think he's created a lot of interest. I don't think. If they can, it's that sort of calibre of player they can keep. Morosi is rumoured to go. That's done. Swansea.
Yeah.
Udo, Millwall. How do you replace some players?
Yeah.
How do you replace some players? Now they are key players in key parts of the system for Shrewsbury. So how do you replace those players? Now we know that Steve's managed to get the signature of like Flanagan, for example, from Sunderland. Great signature. How is he going to still now create those opportunities to replace Morosi and Udo? They are big losses, and also Fauna, I think, who's been absolutely influential for Shrewsbury this season. How are they going to build on what they've got already signed? Because I think the most important for Shrewsbury this year, there's a lot of important players that are under contract. So how do they now build to those players that are under contract and build the squad? Because the biggest problem with the town at the moment is there's no quality in depth. There's no plan B.
The problem is though, Cookie, not only do you build, but you've got to retain as well. So like you say, you've got to retain those proper players, haven't you? Keep them on board.
But if you can't, how do you replace them? And then how do you bring...
That's the big issue, isn't it? Like, it becomes double trouble for him.
Bring it back to planning.
If he can't retain, and then he's got to recruit, you've got to retain and then recruit, haven't you? That's like massive. What would you say more important, retaining or recruiting?
What we need
is Sam Mason on the left wing. That's what you need.
What we need is a little bit of investment, don't we, in a couple of key players.
Can I just say, how can you compete if Sheffield Wednesday don't go up, right? Because one of the two, so Sunderland or Sheffield Wednesday, how can you compete with a £10-12 million budget, whatever, for players? How are you going to compete with your Sheffield Wednesdays or your Sunderlands, vice versa, whoever goes up because they meet each other, your Portsmouths, your Derbys, you know, there's Ipswich? How are you going to compete with them?
Well,
You've got to create.
Fuck, just give up.
Yeah. How are you going to compete with it? How are you going to compete?
No, you're right. It's a tall challenge for him, isn't it? But he's you know, Steve Cotterill. Like I think a lot of people like don't give him the credit for the job that he does. I think like to be, and I get it. I think you've always got to be pushing for more than what you're doing, but ultimately I think you've got to have a little bit of reality in the sense that, you know, where are Shrewsbury Town? We're
trying to get promotion for next season.
But what should their targets be? I mean,
get promotion.
That's a big ask. That's a big ask, isn't it?
Everyone wants, like, you know, we're all big Shrewsbury fans. We've been here, we've lived it, we've breathed it. They want a little bit of optimism, so they just want that chance of maybe making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Or they might make the, you know, they've done it in the past.
Let's
or
go for
that chance of not only a playoffs, but you know, that half chance of promotion. We've all experienced it, so it's not out of touch.
Definitely.
I think it's fair to say.
All in all, you got a really good crowd here today, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's like not just Wigan fans, Shrewsbury fans did really well as well. They are optimistic for next season. A few good signings, and it could be
Retain
a good year.
and recruit. Retain and recruit.
I think let's get Dave Edwards back. Look at this lad. He's in shape. Get him number 10.
If we sell them trainers,
we need number 10.
We
need number 10.
We get 2 players in with them trainers.
Look at that. Anyway, that's it now. I think we're done. Good day, all in all. Disappointing result. Go on to next season. Thanks very much, Danny. Cool. We'll be getting him.
If we can send the second half footage to Cookie, he'll be buzzing because he ain't seen it yet.
Can I go back to the bar?
Yeah, I'm over at the bar. Over at the bar. Right. Thanks very much, everybody. Follow. Oh, I can't breathe. Yeah, there we go. And we're off to the Darwin now. Thanks very much. Have a good night, everybody.